Chapter 5, Part 1. Chapter 5. The sparkle in your eyes. They make me lose. In an infinite ocean of your love. Anonymous. De Boeck savored breakfast, a little sweet wine mixed with an egg, milk and honey. Best for complicated mornings, after drinking a drink from the contents of the cup. His right hand touched his broken lower lip. He hadn't had a good fight in more than 20 years. Noticing the pain in his lip when he was pressed by his finger reminded him of old times. It was fortunate that despite the fight no one drew a weapon, so the problem would have been much worse. The brawl lasted as long as it took Arian to launch a huge blue beam and leave them all scared. The priestess forced the mercenaries of the fire sword to retreat to their barracks and the rest of their companions to stay still. Thanks to her, the fight did not go any further. De Boeck sighed before speaking. Alone. You had only been together for less than an hour. And you two provoked the biggest fight in Almera in the last 20 years. Sitting in front of him were Agnoruk and Gosburg, the half-orc with a black eye and some wounds on his face, while the immaculate-looking Denker drained a cigarette. Arian had refused to heal their wounds so that they could learn their lesson once and for all. It wasn't our fault. Denker excused. De Boeck ignored Gosburg's words. Today at dawn I was called from the council. I had to endure one of the biggest fights of my life. We are not in a very popular position. We are the only mercenaries hired by Demember. Albiona has hired 5 mercenary companies, the most important ones. Everyone wants us. They were waiting for something like this. They can't do anything. If Demember doesn't want anyone else's services, they have to take it on. Gosburg sentenced. You don't understand anything. For many this war can give work to all of Almera, but of course if Demember only pays one company and forgets about the rest, many lose their part of the juicy pie. And that creates problems. Then talk to the king and recommend that he hire more mercenaries. Gosburg spoke with some condescension. He doesn't want to. De Boeck punched the table. Fortunately, as it is a fight within our properties, they can't accuse us of much. Only a significant fine in gold, agreeing to clean the sores in summer and a warning. And the company of Arisa. She was with me at the meeting. The council's anger was also for her. The same, exactly the same, even greater as she is the one who came to our headquarters. For if she had a complaint about the behavior of a little Denker she should have brought it to the attention of the council and not taken the law into her own hands. Agnoruk turned his head and looked at Gosburg. He was very calm. He seemed to be very amused by this whole thing. Arisa is very beautiful when she gets angry. De Boeck shot a murderous look at the Denker. Agnoruk was surprised. If anyone had to be used to the strange actions and stinging phrases of the Denker, it was the veteran mercenary. But this last sentence seemed to bother him too much. Gosburg. Please don't continue down that path. Agnoruk, you don't know. But here the great general was Arisa's boyfriend, so long ago. If you think Arian and Agnoruk are mellow, you don't dress these two. Even De Boeck wrote love poems for her. Gosburg. There was silence. De Boeck drank the contents of the cup in one gulp. Then he regained his composure. Although he was angry, Agnoruk noticed that deep down it was something that De Boeck liked to remember. In another order of things, Agnoruk's signature for his reincorporation into the company was pending. And his appointment as captain with the increase in emoluments that this requires. The contract, once you sign it, remains the same in terms of the duration of years. That is, you have to finish the 3 years. I have agreed to Arian and Aris' request for you to finish the contract just when they end. In 3 years' time. If in 3 years Arian, Aris, their cousins, and Kush are out of contract and you can do whatever you like. Of course if you want to stay here, I'll be delighted. But I'm afraid Arian and Aris don't have that intention. Agnoruk read the contract. It was the company's ordinary model, nothing new. Only that in the paper of the notification of his promotion to captain, 2 others were needed apart from his signature. The half-orc signed the papers. Boeck then signed both documents and presented Gosburg with the promotion paper. Now for your promotion to be official, we need the signature of another founding member of the company. The Denker stood up and signed the document as well. Now the half-orc was really surprised. I had never seen such exquisite, beautiful, perfect and balanced calligraphy in each stroke. If he had been told that it was the fruit of the best scribe in the court of the elves, he would have believed it. But he didn't say anything, since it didn't cost Gosburg anything to make it, and Boeck wanted both of them to get out of his sight. He was saturated with them. The feathers of a golden phoenix are like your hair. Stupid Denker. Boeck threw the bowl at Gosburg's head, but the Denker with his quick reflexes dodged it, with a huge laugh. Get out of here, both of you. Gosburg and Agnoruk ran away from the old mercenary's office, while only curses could be heard inside. But Gosburg? Asked the half-orc. The feathers of a golden phoenix are like your hair when the light of dawn caresses it. Just admiring its brilliance, I realize how fortunate my heart is, to be reciprocated by your love. They both began to laugh out loud. Boeck left the office, his gaze could have glared at them at that moment. The couple did not tempt fate anymore and disappeared from his sight throughout the day.